Natasha Thomas-Jackson, and you are now watching GDBY, The Press. So, Raise It Up is an organization where we promote youth engagement, expression, and empowerment, and that's our official mission statement. So essentially what we do is we help young people discover what their creative talents are, but we tie it into social change, and we really kind of help them make that connection between what it is they love, what they're passionate about, and how they can use that to improve their lives, but also improve the community that they're in, improve the world that they're a part of. So it's really an art and social justice program. We think that art is it's a transformative tool that can create a lot of social change. Yeah, so I mean, when young people come in the program, we get them at all different stages. So we have some young people who have a lot of experience with programming and being on stage, and then some who are very new. And our goal is really to kind of help them understand that we define art really broadly. Sometimes people hear art and they think it means that you have to paint or play piano, which is, it's a form of art. But for us, art is anything that you have to approach creatively. So there's an art to cooking, there's an art to community organizing, and so we really help young people try to understand there's an artist in you, even if it's not a traditional artist. There's something in you there's a form of creative expression that's authentic to you. What is that, and how can you use that to make things better around you? So that poem, which doesn't have a title, by the way, it's written because we go into schools, we do workshops, and so we were working with a group of 5th grade girls from a school that's really, it's a struggling school, it's in a struggling neighborhood, and there are lots of challenges there. But at one point in the workshop, like every little girl, these are like a group of 10-year-old girls, every girl was crying because they started having a conversation about, people that they had lost to like violence in the community. So like cousins that got shot, people that they had lost to like drugs, and just, and it really drove home for me this idea that young people are struggling with so many issues that we're not aware of, and they're going to school every day and they're just trying to make it through. But underneath that kind of like, the laughs and the jokes, they're really struggling with like a lot of trauma that I don't know that we in the community or the schools are really equipped to deal with, that they don't have the supports to help them work through that. They just kind of experience this loss and they just have to keep going. And so with all of them crying, at one point they were all just kind of crying. We had to just really pause the workshop just to give them that space to just cry, to just like let it all out. And they started like holding each other. And it was really moving for me because it really emphasized to me the strength that children have that we don't always recognize. That they could go through all of these things and they're still coming to school every day, they're still trying to make it. And so I wanted to write the poem to really, to honor them, to recognize that young people, they're strong, they're really strong. Slim goddess, full of passion and prowess. I could be in a room by myself and it still be crowded. I could be dead silent and still be speaking the loudest. I could have reached my limit and still be bout it, never doubt it. I come from a long line of women, brilliant, driven, resilient, we're bigger than your opinions. Warriors of the village, teachers, artists, and healers. My sister's been shattering glass ceilings since the beginning, man, listen. Yeah. So what if I said Rakia? What if I said Ayana, Radisha, and Sandra Bland, and all the sisters who got slaughtered? What if Bring Back Our Daughters was more than just a hashtag? And schools taught the kids how Asada got the last laugh, made a brass tack. Sisters carried the world on our backs, off back with that black that don't crack, truth that don't fold, shine that can't diminish, unbought, unbossed, unsold. Shirley Chisholm, yeah. So this is for my sisters, born already paying dues, criticized by people who could never walk in your shoes. They don't know what it's like to do what you gotta do to Black Magic City women who strip to pay for school. I understand the struggle, others they choose to judge you. Hold your head and understand that no one is above you. Beautiful energy comes with femininity. I speak these words sincerely, sis, hope that you're hearing me. To my gorilla mamas, with lives is full of drama. To girls more interrupted than a sentence full of commas. It's common knowledge we the revolution's fire starters. Every tear we cry is a drop of pure holy water. To all maternal martyrs who teach native daughters
brought us. It's time to storm the borders of the social order from Ghana to ATL. Goddesses will prevail, cause black girl magic makes a heaven out of hell.